I don't believe it. Oh, say it isn't so. King Thrash has exposed me. He has brought evidence to the table which is very damning. I mean, there's no way I'll recover from this. Guys, King Thrash has cut me open and exposed me to the world. He has cut me down piece by piece and analytically assassinated me. Okay, King Thrash, listen. First, before we get into this, my guy, thank you for the content. I appreciate you. But before we get into this, I just want to say I'm really sorry. I mean it. I from the bottom of my non-gaming heart, I apologize to you, man. Look, you spent over an hour rambling about me. That's mental. Over an hour, bro. I'm sorry I hurt you that much. I mean, I know there was some jealousy when I first started to blow up because, my guy, you've been grinding for like over 1,000 videos and I surpassed you like that. Just some bald, fat, bearded guy with a phone and I flew past you. And I know that stung a little bit. So this is your effort to discredit me. I understand the psychology, I do. But I just want to say I'm really sorry that I live inside that little bitty mind of yours so rent-free. Like, I can't believe I hurt you this much. Over an hour! I can't imagine talking about anyone for an hour. A fucking hour, bruv. I had to sit and watch you drone on. Talk in circles. Just expose yourself for not really watching the content you're trying to expose. Just, bro, you make so many mistakes. It's hilarious how much I'm going to butcher you right now. And understand that this is all on you. You claim in your video that you're just really good at this, but you're using information which I publicly made available. Like nothing you provide in this is information you dug up yourself about me. This is all stuff that I allowed to be out there anyway. But just before we get into it, it's very hard to take you seriously when you're trying to call me a fake when you're too cowardly to even show your face, my guy. So I'm not going to take you all through the entire video. It's an hour long, and unlike him, I value your time. So I'm not going to do that to you. I'm just going to highlight some of the main points that he says. And, okay, the first one, I'm going to go over this one's a bit later in the video, but I think it's the best one to start with, because I feel like this is his greatest attempt at a gotcha, Bruvian. This is his real attempt at trying to discredit me as a gamer, right? So I'm going to let him take it away why I am not a gamer and why I have no right to talk about anything about games, because he has all the evidence that I am a fake. And anyway, take it away, King. Let's see what you've got to say. So I have friends who would have these Xbox Live parties, right? And they'd all sit there with different setups in different rooms, and they'd play Halo on Xbox Live. Meanwhile, me, PlayStation fan, was like, I didn't have anything like that. I mean, really, nothing. The PS3 for a long time had nothing like that. I mean, it was just didn't happen. So I'm there playing Uncharted, trying to convince myself that I got the better deal out of the equation.
Oh, that's so strange. God, that's so fucking strange. So you were hearing, you were a PlayStation fan during the 360 days.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I was a fan since the PS1. I had the system the first year it came out, but we'll get into that in a bit. But yes, that's accurate to say, bro. Carry on.
And you had a PS3, and you were playing Uncharted, and you were feeling some kind of way because people would say Halo, and like you were pretending that Uncharted, was better than Halo or whatever, right? But I find that strange. You know that? You know why? It's because, like I said, I have your PSN, right? Let's go through your PSN real quick. I mean, this is you right here, right?
Couple of keys agree. Yeah, that's me, King. Got me. That's me. Show the people. That's me, bruv. Continue.
Right, this you. I just want to pause here and make sure that you see that this is you, right? I mean, I know probably nobody else know that this is you, but I'm the best at this type shit.
I love how King likes to pretend that this was like some locked away knowledge somewhere and he acquired it through tactical espionage, right? Like he hacked the internet and discovered my secret, PSN, bruv. I have given out that PSN so many times. I've given it out in live chats on my live shows. I've handed it to people who are on PlayStation who might want to game with me, right? I've handed it out to people on Facebook groups. I've given that PSN on Baldur's Gate groups. I've given it on, bruv, I have handed out that PSN to many people. This isn't hidden information. You're not good at this shit. That's public information. I've sent it to people on Discord. Frit has had it a very long time. I even think he showed it on his video. Like, what are you talking about? But anyway, that's the first. He acts like this is like, he's got me now. Many people don't know this is you, but I do. Well, bro, many people do. You only found it because it was already out there. Because I allowed it to be out there, bruv. You've not found out shit on me. You have nothing on me. Everything you have, I already put out there because I have nothing to hide, bruv. But let's get into what my man, King Thrash, has to say. This is really, really compelling. Get ready for this.
So, this you. You feel me? So, I've always found it interesting to see people who say they left PlayStation and they were PlayStation fans, and then they said they went to Xbox. And you say you've been on since the PS3 and trophies have been around since the PS3, and you only have 2,172 trophies.
Wow. I mean, I wasn't counting, but 2,000 plus trophies. That makes me feel like I've achieved something. Yo, that's all right? That's pretty good. 2,000 trophies, bro? Yeah, I'll take that. What do I win? Do I get a prize? Sorry, I'm cutting you off. Continue. But I was never counting, but that's nice to know. Yeah, okay, go on.
You only have 2,000. Your level is only 271, bro. That is below mid-tier. You're no PlayStation gamer. We'll make it funny. We'll make it funny, though. What make it funny is when we scroll down. You see, I done went through your shit, right? And again, I'm not looking for trophies. I don't care about trophies like that, bro. So I'm not judging you on how many trophies you got, right? See, what I investigate is, did you actually... Oh, the list stopped? Wait, hold on. Wait, that was it? Wait. So you don't have a single PS3 trophy. So how'd you play Uncharted? This is your first trophy, bro. Well, I can't even say your first trophy. This is your last trophy that you got. The last time you played was in June of 2020. That was the first time you booted up a PlayStation. June of 2020. That's the same year the PS5 came out, bro. That's your oldest trophy that you have. Your first trophy by games played. The Last of Us was the first game that you got a trophy in, bro.
Oh, he's got me. Oh, that's it, guys. Exposed. Right, listen, do you know when someone really feels like they have you? They think that they've exposed you and they've got it right and they're about to get that W. Their voice changes a little bit. You can hear it in his voice, the way he's like, the first trophy you got, Last of Us. Like, he's so sure he has me. He was so close. Okay, so his entire argument is this. Bruvian, this account has only been around since 2020. How could you have ever played Uncharted? That's impossible. I mean, I'm 39 next month. How could I have ever played Uncharted or any of the other PlayStation games which I have spoken about in great detail? And anyone who's spoken to me knows I know my shit when it comes to games. But how could I have played any of them? How could I have possibly ever played Twisted Metal, Parasite Eve, Psyops, Siphon Filter, Dino Crisis? How could I have played Metal Gear Solid? How could I have played Final Fantasy 8 and 9 and 10? And how could I have played any of this when oh my god, what could the possible explanation be? His entire argument's merit rests on the assumption that this is the first and only account I have ever had. Now, I know a lot of the fanboys are going to be going, oh, that's what they all say. Okay? Right. But let's just look at the facts, okay? I'm 39 years old. What are the chances that I've had other accounts? I think it's pretty high. And I would imagine anyone watching this has had more than one account. His argument rests on this idea that I would be using the same account I was using back on the PS3 days. The man calls me a gamer, and he says I'm not a gamer, right, that I haven't been playing. You do realise that things like this have only been recorded since the PlayStation 3. But what about the PlayStation 2? You saying I wasn't around then? Like I wasn't around when Ready to Rumble Round 2 came out for the PS2? I wasn't around for Bouncer, is that what we're saying? I wasn't around when we all got Devil May Cry in the PS2 simply because it came with a demo disc for Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. No, I wasn't around then. I wasn't around for the surprise hit that was Devil May Cry. And I wasn't around for the absolute crushing disappointment of Devil May Cry 2. I wasn't around then? You're saying I have no knowledge of the redemption story that was Devil May Cry 3. I wasn't there then? No? Bro, you said on Gaz's podcast, you said, yes, but could you have an intelligent conversation about gaming with this guy? Yes, and if you would have tried to do the right thing and engage with me in the right way and actually speak to me, bruv, I could talk your head off about gaming. I've been gaming since I was a child, since gaming was conceived. The first game I ever played was Doom, and I've been a gamer ever since. I mean, I could talk to you all day about games like Golden Axe. Golden Axe, I was obsessed with as a child, but obviously not a real gamer. Obviously, I never played Golden Axe, right? No, I never experienced the greatness. That is the best dwarf of all time. No. What about Streets of Rage 2? No, I obviously never played that. You know, I never got to the final boss of Streets of Rage 2, made a bad decision and was sent through the trap door, which sent me back to the beginning of the game, back in a time where you couldn't load up any save data and had to grind my way to the boss again. If you know, you know. I never experienced the greatness of Altered Beast, right? No. What about Virtual Fighter on the Sega Saturn? No, of course not. Bro, I've been there, right? I've been there through it all, my guy. I can talk to anyone, in this, and I have done, in very detailed party chats where we talk about games from the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s, and we reminisce. I mean, I've even talked on this channel openly. I've made videos about Resistance, saying how badly I want Resistance to come back, about where the hell is Killzone, why can't we have Twisted Metal back. There's so many amazing older IPs on the PlayStation platform that I've been dying to see return. But according to you, I don't know what any of them are. You see how your argument falls apart? I can stand here and talk to you in detail about so many games on the PlayStation platform, bruv. So that argument doesn't make sense. And my age also makes that argument not really make much sense. Do you know what I mean? So moving on. What else does he have to say in his debunking Bruvian campaign?
Now you listen. I understand. You're new. You're new to this. You're new. You're very new. You see, you're very new. Your first video was 3 years ago. Your first video. So it kind of aligns. You got a PS5 5 years ago. I mean, a PS4 5 years ago. You're barely catching up with the PS4, playing old games. You know, you were a PlayStation gamer though. Remember, you're a PlayStation gamer that's been playing PlayStation for 4 years, 5 years. That's what you've been doing. And you started a YouTube channel so you can review PlayStation games and talk about PlayStation games and yada yada. And then, you know, history is made, right? Because now you claim to be a PlayStation guy that went over the Xbox. When you had an Xbox in the house the whole time, you were doing console war stuff with your son. I mean, your son lived with you, right? Pretty sure he had an Xbox up in there too. But we gotta have stories about, you know, my wife got me this and I got that, and you know, it's like, bro, like, come on, I see the game. Don't act like you knew the Xbox. You bought your son an Xbox. You had plenty of access to Xbox.
Once again, no, I haven't only been gaming on PlayStation since the PlayStation 5. I'm not playing catch up on PS4 games. Already played them all, and yes, I have. Oh my god, yes, I've had access to the Xbox because my son has it. You're right, I have. But there's a difference between having access to an Xbox Series S and owning a Series X. So that's my son's system. I already had a PS5 and I was more than happy on PlayStation. I've always said I looked at Xbox like it was a mid-system. I never really saw much point in having one at the time. I didn't even buy my own. I wouldn't even be making these videos right now if my wife didn't buy me a Series X. This wouldn't exist. And about my channel, oh bruv, I'm going to prove you wrong. My channel wasn't made to be a PlayStation channel. No, don't twist the reality. My first video was Elden Ring. Just because I did a little review on Horizon doesn't mean it was a PlayStation channel. And as you try to debunk me, you're only going to debunk yourself because what you're saying, again, it's just simply not true and the evidence doesn't align with your narrative. So let's get into what he said. But also, before we continue, for the sake of transparency, I want to tell you all why. My account has only been around since 2020. I don't need to disclose this information. This is personal information. But many people change accounts for many different reasons and circumstances. And I feel for my audience, I'll give you what? I'll give you mine. Like I said, I have nothing to hide, right? So my son you see on my channel, he's not my only son. I have 2 other sons to a previous relationship. And my eldest of the 3, when the PS5 was coming out, he really, really wanted one for Christmas. He wanted one so bad, and I felt bad for him. Now, I wanted one as well, but he really wanted one more. Now, as you guys know, you couldn't just buy a PS5 at launch, right? You had to pay scalping prices. So I did. I paid the scalping price and got my son a PS5. And now he didn't have, he had a PSN at the time, but it was just a small one he was using on the PS4 Slim, and he didn't really have much on it. And since I couldn't get a PS5, I let him have my user account. I let him use my PSN. I thought, well, you use mine, because I've got tons of games on there. I've been building that up for years. You've got my entire PS4 library, plus PS3 stuff. Go right ahead, use that, right? Now, I didn't get a PS5 till about 4 or 5 months later down the line. And by then, my son was already using it. Now, I wasn't bothered. I wasn't going to play, interested in really playing those games again. So I just let him have it, and I started a new account. I mean, I know that's not as interesting as, oh my God, this guy is lying, but that's the truth. I mean, I never expected that some random guy on the internet would be going through my profile, counting my hours and my trophies, and accusing me of being a liar. But I wasn't going to take my account back off him. I was happy that my son could use all my games that I bought, and I wasn't using them, he might as well. Do you know what I mean? So that's really the beginning and the end of it. But look, I know you guys. You want to, look, I'm the liar, you exposed me, it's fine. You can stick whatever narrative you want. Unfortunately, that's the truth. But let's move on and see what else my guy has to say.
Plenty. It's just like, I get that you're doing this for your channel and all that, but bro, you don't have any record of having a PS3, big dog. You don't talk about PS3 games like that, big dog. The only games you talk about are PS4 games. And 5 games, right? And you got a PS5, you got PS5 trophies, you got a PS4, you got PS4 trophies. Cool. But, nigga, 5 years ain't shit. You can never call yourself a PlayStation gamer. They didn't change the mind of a PlayStation. You barely played your PlayStation to begin with.
I mean, I don't understand this gatekeeping mentality. Like, even if, just say for sake of argument, let's just imagine I only started gaming on the PS5. Right? I'm still a PlayStation gamer now. I mean, you say I don't play the PS5 enough, but I mean, I've averaged over 1,000 hours a year. And I know that's rookie numbers to many of you, but on Baldur's Gate 3 alone, I have nearly 900 hours. Nearly 200 hours on Ragnarok, nearly 200 hours on Valhalla, nearly 200 hours on Odyssey. You know, Last of Us, probably about 70. I've played the PlayStation 5 a considerable amount of time for someone in my position that can't just play games all day. But to say I haven't played it enough, again, that's stupid. Look at Baldur's Gate. I'm not a real gamer. Nearly 900 hours on Baldur's Gate 3, bruv. Nearly 900 hours. If that doesn't make you a real gamer, I don't know what is. Right? Because I became obsessed with that game. Anyone who has a PlayStation console who is on that ecosystem is a PlayStation gamer, bruv. There is no qualification to talk about games, my guy. I know you like to think you are an elitist and you are the gatekeeper of gaming, but let me just hit you with a reality check. Anyone that games is a gamer, my guy. Do you understand me? I can come on here and talk about games without any qualifications. If people want to listen to me, they can. If they don't, they don't. I know that hurts you, so you like to feel like you stand on this pedestal of superiority, but the truth is, my guy, none of us are professionals. And I've always been very open and honest with my audience, right? That I am just an everyman, right? That the first mistake you would make is taking me seriously. Because my opinions can change one day to the next. I could say a game is, case in point, I made a video about Avowed. It was a first impressions video where I was quite complimentary about it. I thought it was a pretty good game. I was really enjoying it. And you could see in the gameplay that I was enjoying myself. Someone might see that video and think, man, he's a shill for Avowed. He thinks Avowed is great. However, if you ask me about Avowed now, I say it's mid. Because that wasn't a review. It was a first impressions. And impressions change. I'm not someone that doubles down on my opinion. My opinions, I have the mental capacity to change them. I don't think Avowed is that great, but the video on my channel might make you think that I do. Because I never really did a follow-up video on it, even though publicly I've spoken about how I don't think it's that great. But this gatekeeping mentality you have, my guy, needs to stop. You're not a real gamer. You don't get to talk about gaming. Yes, I do. I can and I will. But we've already dealt with the fact that, yes, I am a PlayStation fan. I've been a fan since they started. I'm a fan now. I would argue I'm a bigger PlayStation fan than you would ever be. Bro, I will always be a PlayStation fan. PlayStation will always have a place in my heart, and I've never lied to anyone on my channel about it. I don't pretend to hate PlayStation. I don't hate PlayStation. In fact, I love PlayStation. How could I not love the PlayStation? They've been part of my life for so very long. Me being critical doesn't equate to me hating. And I've lost some Xbox fanboys through this mentality and this approach. There's people who subbed to me who thought I was going to be a PlayStation hating channel who unsubbed, because that's not what I am, that's not what I'm about. But you'd know that if you actually did what you say you're doing, which you don't.
This whole Xbox shit is nothing but anger. All for what? Because you want to pretend that you was a PlayStation dude and then now be a pretend Xbox dude? Fuck, you barely play that shit. I mean, it's you, right? I mean, I don't want no mistaken identity. I mean, you were watching YouTube on it. It seems like it was you, right? Something that you would do. Only 4,000 gamer score? God damn. But hey, you know, that's a lot. That's a lot for Xbox. I know you were playing a lot of great games, right? You were fucking killing it. Playing all their new shit, right? Indiana Jones, all that good shit. You know, fuck, bro. You had to have been having a good time. I know you got far in Starfield and shit, no? You like, because when I look at your shit, bro, I remember you said that you've been wanting to play Fable for a while, dog. And it's like, nigga, did you? Like, it seemed like you only played it when you was on your stream. Because when I go through your shit, it's like, it just shows a different light. I don't understand why gamers with no knowledge want to get into the knowledge section of video games. Like, oh, this is going to happen. Motherfucker, did you even study? Like, still. When I scroll down through your shit, bro, and I see, okay, you're playing Assassin's Creed, good shit. You know, real good shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm scrolling through and I'm come across Starfield and see only 2 trophies for Starfield. I'm like, damn, they gave that a reason to get an Xbox? Nigga, he was like talking about this like it was great.
Oh, I love how this guy digs himself a hole. So, yo, Kick, what did you just say about Starfield?
Talking about this like it was great.
I thought it was great. Okay, well, how do you explain this tweet? Once again, King Thrash not really doing his research. No one ever said it was great. So let's address some of the things that you just said. So now I'm not playing on the Xbox enough. I only have a gamer score of 4,000. Now, okay, well, I've only been on Xbox since January. And in that time, I've done a run of, I've done Combat Evolved, finished that. Halo 2, finished that. Halo 3, finished that. Not done Reach or Fight, but I'm going to get to them. Gears of War 1, 2, 3, 4, done them. What else have I completed? Wolfenstein Old Blood, but that's on my other account, which I don't give out because the Eli account has like 1 million friends on there and it gets a bit much. What else have I completed? Oh, Mass Effect 1 and 2 I've completed. There's a bunch of other stuff. Now, yes, granted, there's a few games I've started and not really played much of, but there's reasons for that. For example, I started Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, right? I got that, and I had to shelf it because there's so much stuff coming on Game Pass. A game like that deserves my full, undivided attention. So I shelved it for now until I finished some of the other games. Avowed, I didn't finish. Why? I didn't want to. I don't just play a game to completion because I feel some sort of obligation to the game. Gaming exists to serve me, not the other way around, bruv. If a game stops being fun, or I stop resonating with it, or I find myself not enjoying it as much, it's gone, and I move on to the next one. That's why I choose to engage with this platform, bruv. I don't have all the time in the world. Gaming time is precious to me. So yeah, I'll play a little bit of it. I played a bit of Fable, and I shelved it for a bit. Why? Because there's just other games coming out that I really wanted to play. Then I thought, it's not going anywhere. It's not going to leave Game Pass anytime soon. I'll leave it there. But I've been playing what I can when I can. I mean, Halo, for the first 3 months of me being on the system, I played Halo every single night. We did party chats with the community. I met so many friends through Halo alone. Me and my wife would split screen Halo every single night. And I've played with many creators on this platform that can attest and validate that statement. So you can go through my thing all you want. I mean, go ahead. I mean, I'll show you this, but don't talk nonsense. Don't be saying I was praising Starfield when I literally tweeted about it saying I didn't like it. And that will explain why I didn't play much.
16 fucking hours, that's it. It's like an 80-hour game. Listen. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to look and see what's actually going on. I mean, you didn't even go into the, you know what? Even I did that part, bro. Like, Damn, I know more about Starfield than you. Still. You said you're a Skyrim fan. I don't see nothing but there was you was a Skyrim fan, but you didn't play Skyrim and shit. You know what I'm saying? Monster Hunter Wilds, you put 3 hours in that?
Bruv, I've spent more time playing Skyrim than you have touching grass. I've spent more time in Skyrim, bruv, than you have with women, my guy. Don't talk to me about Skyrim. I will vocally run circles around you. I have lived inside that game since 2011. But I know you can't possibly conceive of a world whereby I was gaming prior to 2020. I know, that's your limitation. I don't judge you. Yes, I bought Monster Hunter Wilds because I've got a lot of good friends playing it. I really want to get into it. I played the tutorial. That's all I've got to so far. Why? Because Shadows came out, my guy. I got Shadows and Ubisoft Plus, so I'm going to prioritize Shadows. One, it's a lot easier to jump in and play. Monster Hunter is a lot more technically difficult, especially for someone new to the franchise. So I think no one would argue that me shelving that for now to play Shadows, especially since I don't want to pay for another month of Ubisoft Plus. If I can finish Shadows and then just leave that subscription alone, then I've got Shadows for $14.99. Then I can jump into the game I own, and I'm not on some sort of time restraint. I mean, this is all common sense, my guy. If you could see past your own nonsensical fandom, you would understand this.
Didn't you buy that? That wasn't on Game Pass day and date. You spent $70? Didn't you just waste money? I talk about deals. Oh, but you played Gears 4, the worst Gears. Hey, good shit. At least you're looking for quality, but go for 1 through 3, big dog. I mean, it is what it is, dog. I mean, you skipped Redfall. I'm pretty sure. I'm happy for you. You have Split Fiction and ain't played it. Man, that's wild. Man. Like 17 minutes in Redfall. So you tried it. Like that made you feel good about your Xbox and your Game Pass motherfucking purchase, my nigga. Like what else is he playing? Gears of War 3. Put some time into that. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you beat that. That is a classic. Hopefully you beat 1 before you beat 2 before you beat 3, my nigga. I mean, but those are the great ones. 4. I wouldn't have done it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just couldn't. Forza Horizon 29 minutes in Forza Horizon. Why did you get an Xbox again?
Can I just repeat it myself on a cycle? Bruv, I did not buy the Xbox. My wife bought it for me, and it came with 2 years of free Game Pass. I didn't put any money down for this system. I would not have bought the Xbox off my own back. So I didn't know how great of a feature Quick Resume was. I wasn't aware how great Game Pass was. I didn't really pay attention to my son's system. I didn't know about the features I've grown to fall in love with. I didn't know. I wouldn't have bought one. I'd have still been happy on the PlayStation, bruv. If you paid attention to anything, you would already know this. But again, he hasn't, and he won't.
I mean, you got a whole video saying about how Halo is great, and you only spent 5 hours on it?
Alright, Mr. King, this is my Master Chief Collection, right? And these are my stats. You said 5 hours? That's a lot more than 5 hours, my guy. I don't know what to tell you. You know, multiplayer kills, free. I mean, I get these are rookie numbers by a lot of people, but again, I am a casual gamer, bruv. But yeah, 5 days, 19 hours is a lot more than 5 hours. So again, you're lying. To save you some time, all King Trash does next is he just goes through some of the games I've started and only played a bit of, like, oh, you played Diablo for 40 minutes and stuff like that, and oh my god, why are you doing this? Who cares? I'm sorry, is that a crime? Like, there's plenty of games on there, right? There's nothing wrong with me booting the game up, seeing what it's about, and then jumping off. I didn't realise there was a crime about that. Apparently, there is, and I'm sorry, right? There's many, many games on there. Sometimes a friend will suggest something, I'll load it up and see what it is and intend to go back to it, but there's so much happening this year, so many games coming out, it's hard to commit time to just one. So I tend to have a look and think, okay, that's interesting, I'll go back to that. So that's all he really does, but bear in mind, he only has access to one account, the Upper Moon Eli one, and anyone that knows me, and many of my members and people I play with on a regular basis, they know I have more than one account. I have an account he obviously doesn't have. Although I'd imagine it wouldn't be hard to find out what it is, because it's not exactly a big secret. But anyway, so it depends on what I want to do. Sometimes I just want to relax, I'll go on my other account. So what he does next is, again, he exposes how biased he is. He attacks my channel, saying that I decided to champion Xbox to grift and to grow my channel. So here's the thing. Anyone who would look at my channel with an eagle eye, it would see that when I posted videos, sometimes there was months that would go by before I would post another one. I wouldn't post exclusively PlayStation content. I wasn't trying to be a PlayStation content creator, right? My channel was very sporadic and random, which he won't talk about. I have anime videos on there, random reviews of Netflix shows, reviews of movie trailers, a movie review. The channel was just me nerding out about stuff. It just so happened when I would talk about games, it would be a PlayStation game or a game which you could play on a PlayStation because I had a PlayStation, right? So he's just saying I was grifting, trying to champion Xbox. Brother, if I wanted to grift, I would have just tried to champion PlayStation because it has the larger install base. Look at all the subscribers that PlayStation Fanboys get compared to the Xbox ones. There was no planning in my channel. Brother, I'm not a guy who plans, all right? Sometimes I would drop a video and months would go by. Months and months would go by before I drop one. And then I'd just drop one if something sprung out to me. But let's see what he says about my channel, and I will expose him as we go.
Like, no, you chose Xbox for your YouTube channel. Look, okay, this is how you know that the reason why you even doing Xbox shit is for your channel, right? So you started off, you had an Elden Ring shit, you got 15K. Had to be exciting to have your first video be 15K, bro. That's fantastic, right? And then you went to a PlayStation video and only got 700 views for a honest review of Horizon Forbidden West. And I thought it was a pretty good review. You pointed out some good shit. What I noticed about your channel is that it's more about gaming. When you are on PlayStation, when you're talking PlayStation, when you're being about PlayStation, you're about helping gamers and you're talking about the goods and the bads, right?
Bro, I don't know if you know this, but as you're scrolling, you're saying that I'm just covering PlayStation. It's all Elden Ring. Everything is Elden Ring, my guy. The only thing PlayStation is the Horizon review, and then it's more Elden Ring. Then I reviewed the Uncharted movie, and then it's Elden Ring, and then it's a video about PS5 panels and how to remove them. So the ratio isn't really PlayStation, it's more just gaming in general, which just covers PlayStation as a byproduct of that because the third-party games I'm covering on the PlayStation, bro.
The goods and the bads of PlayStation games and your reviews, you doing Let's Plays, you doing all this shit, bro.
Check out all this shit, bro. Let's check it out. So we have a Day Shift movie review. That's a vampire movie on Netflix. We got a Tekken anime review and the Goblin Slayer anime video. Oh, you're right. It's all about PlayStation up on this channel.
And people, and I also heard you say shit like you didn't get like good reception with PlayStation players, like Xbox players come out and they supported me and they were, you know, and it's just like, nah, bro, like
oh, I love the Video Game Awards.
I go to your comment section, bro, and it's like PlayStation fans, you know what I'm saying, are actually sending you love all the way throughout your fucking videos, dog. So why would you say you wasn't getting love from PlayStation dudes? I don't know, because, you know, you had to love almost every motherfucking comment there because they were showing you all type of love, big dog.
Thrash, I don't know if you're aware of this. I feel like you really should be. But that's comments on a video I did about Elden Ring. You know, Elden Ring? The game that was available multi-plat. So when I talk about Elden Ring, it's going to attract Elden Ring players no matter the platform. You're just weirdly assuming that everyone who watched the video was a PlayStation user. I mean, is this one of your weird assumptions that you make? Your argument is, oh no, PlayStation fans, they all rallied around you because look at this video about a multi-plat game where there's so many comments. How can you be this stupid, King? PC players, Xbox players, PlayStation players had access to Elden Ring. The comments was from everyone involved playing Elden Ring. That's not evidence that what I was saying about the PlayStation community is wrong. And I feel the video that you're making right now proves my point about the PlayStation community. I've never seen such toxicity since when and I didn't even move to Xbox. I just use it as my main now. You people act like I don't have a PlayStation 5. I have a PlayStation 5, bro. I'll be playing Ghost of Yotai day and date. I still have one. I'm part of that community, whether you like it or you don't, bro. So, what are we talking about here, man? Like, you people came after me first. I never said anything about PlayStation, and all I said was some good things about Xbox, and you people attacked me. All I did was stand my ground.
because they're gamers. It's not nothing about Xbox. Nobody hates the fact that you're not talking about Xbox. I dare you to make an Xbox video not talking about PlayStation and just talk about Xbox games. Do a Let's Play. Do a Let's Play with Xbox games. Like, and just see how much more and more people are not going to be watching it.
So videos where I don't mention PlayStation don't get views. That's what we're saying? Alright, bet. Video about Halo's co-op, 10,000 views. And then there's a video where I'm talking about the new Fable trailer, which is 7.8k, and Doom Dark Ages trailer reaction at 7.7k. So, pretty nice viewership so far. We have a video where I talked about playing Sea of Thieves for the first time, 6.3 thousand. I won't talk about Black Myth because that is a PlayStation thing. But Halo Combat Evolved review, a review of a very, very old game, 5.6k views. I don't think that's bad, bruv. Here's my epic reaction to the Halo 2 trailer, 5.8k views. Phil Spencer seeing my video, 9.8k views. Here is the first time playing Gears of War, 8.3k. And the Blood of Dawnwalker, 4.4k. Then we have the Ultimate Robocop Experience at 2.4k. And look at this, Phantom Blade Zero, a PlayStation game, 2.2k. Space Marine 2 gifted to me, 3.2k. A Ninja Gaiden 4 reaction, 4.1k. So let's not just pretend that the only way I can get any sort of viewership is to trash on PlayStation, because I don't trash on PlayStation. That's not what the channel is about, despite what narrative you might want to try portray.
Going through, and it's like more and more, you start seeing your views are up and down, up and down. You get 2,000. You got look at this PlayStation 1. You got fucking 104k views a year ago, right? How to fix PS shutting off. You were able to get more views with positivity. Not even positivity, but just staying in your lane and doing things like this. You're not pretending to be a gamer. You don't got to pretend that you hate this and like that and don't like this. The reason why your ass ain't playing your PlayStation in the first place is because your PlayStation is probably broke, big dog. I don't know.
This guy, like, he says that I would be better spreading positivity. You can tell the guy's never watched me. King, if you're going to try and expose someone, you need to do your research. You need to make sure the facts that you're trying to say actually stack up in reality. I don't just make anti-PlayStation content. I am not an anti-PlayStation guy. Just because I have the intelligence to give some critical opinions on where PlayStation are at right now, you know, cancelling all those studios, refusing to bring back all their IPs, how expensive it is on there, like... That's, when I criticize PlayStation, I do it out of a place of love. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not an anti-PlayStation channel. Never have been, never will be. But you wouldn't understand that because you've not watched. And you know what's funny? That video, that blue, that wasn't a negative video, my guy. That was a very positive, wholesome video. It just so happened it was very positive about the Xbox. And that's what you and your little bitty brain cannot get your head around. I understand it's a lot to take in. You know, I've tried to do this in a way which you can absorb the information. Do you know what I mean? But look, let's... Then he says, oh, maybe my PlayStation's broke. No, man, it functions perfectly well. Thank you for caring. It's waiting, and once Ghost of Yotai comes out, I'll be buying it day and day. I'll be playing it. I'll be talking about it on the channel. You know, Ghost of Tsushima is my wife's favourite game of all time. She loves that game. So look, I'm not going to go too much more into King Thrash, okay? Everything he says is stupid. The guy even said at the beginning of the video that PS Plus is a greater value proposition than Xbox Game Pass. I mean, you couldn't make that up. Talk about mental levels of Delulu. Again, this has gone on way longer than I wanted it to, so let's get back into King Thrash and see if he has anything of value to contribute to this entire conversation.
I'm looking at this shit and it's like, God, like, you got your best views, your best attention, you know what I'm saying? People gave you love and all that shit when you're talking about that, my nigga. But then you slowly start to see this descent, right? Because you were at 100, 800, 200, and it's like, wait. And then he goes, you had a negative video about PlayStation, right? And saying that they lost their mind. You saw this quick little boost, right? And you're like, wait. You know what I'm saying? It started to change. And then he goes, the video game reaction, and then he went back down. And you're like, wait. And you, oh, PlayStation Fanboy reacts to first time playing Xbox Series X.
Okay, my guy, listen to me. When you're trying to make points like this, you need to make sure you have all your facts straight. which you clearly don't. And that's really stupid because all this information is very easy to access. So your argument is that I made the PS5 Pro being 700 video because the video before this one didn't do as well, so I decided to make one bashing the PlayStation. So I want you to just please pay attention to the date this was posted. This was posted 11th of September 2024. Your argument is that I'm trying to grow a channel, right? I'm trying to grow a channel, and thereby I'm using the PlayStation to try and sort of pick up my viewership, right? Okay, keep an eye on the date now. Let's see how long it was between that video and the one I did before it. So let's take a look at the video I did prior to that one and see how long that was. Okay, so this was a random anime video I did about Fullmetal Alchemist, and I posted this on the 2nd of May 2024. That's like 4 months, my guy. So for 4 months, I was sat around doing nothing on the channel. So what, you think then I just one day after 4 months woke up and was like, I need to bash PlayStation. Also, bruv, what's funny is that video, by the way, only started to really build traction after the initial I was wrong video blew up. This video was sat on like 300 views, my guy, for a very long time. It was only when my initial video started to blow and gain traction that this video picked up. So this wasn't performing well. So the idea that this was performing really good, then I tried another video and it didn't do so well. But look, let's follow your narrative. So how long was it between this video, the 11th of September, to the one I posted after this? Bear in mind, your narrative is that I was doing all this to grow my channel. Surely I didn't wait that long then to capitalize on this apparent newfound viewership, according to you. Well, let's see. So the Pro video was posted 11th of September, and then the following video, which was the Video Game Awards one, was the 13th of December. Are you keeping up? Is the mathing? That's like, what, another 4 months of me sat around doing nothing. Does that come across as a guy that is trying desperately to grow a YouTube channel? No, bro, that's 2 videos in like 8 months. Like, nothing about this paints a picture of a guy trying to be anti-PlayStation to grift and grow a channel. Judging by the numbers and the viewership and how, often I posted, I could never have predicted in a million years that this video could have ever reached viewership of 70,000 views. It had a basic description, a basic thumbnail, everything about it. I only made this video because I was excited about what I'd experienced on the Xbox and I wanted to talk about it. And the best way for me to do that was to turn on my camera and just make a video. I didn't know it was gonna blow. How could I? I just wake up one day and people are reacting to it, talking about it. It was overwhelming for me. But of course, I have a platform. I'm going to create content for the people that have subscribed, to the people that have shown support in the comments. I now have the ability to actually, hang on a second, maybe I should start creating content more regular. Maybe I should give this YouTube thing a go. And that's what I did. And you or no one that makes videos can criticize me for that.
Start looking, look at your face in these thumbnails, my nigga. I know you watching. Listen, look at you. Look at you. Just negative. Even with your son, negative. But before, with PlayStation, smiles, happy, high, gaming, love it, yes. You know what I'm saying? Think enlightenment.
Look at my face on the thumbnails. Look, man, that's the nature of thumbnails. You have to be a bit expressive. You got to be like, you have to try and pull the audience in, King. I mean, you don't do that because you hide behind a voice. And what a great voice it is. I mean, bruv, it put me to sleep nearly 25 times. Bruv, if you and MBG did a podcast, you two could cure insomnia for the entire world. Like, holy shit, where is your energy at, my guy? But unlike you, I don't hide behind a voice. I'm right here. You say I'm fake, but I'm standing right here. I expose myself this way, right? So, you have to do your thumbnails, you know what I mean? You have to be like, that's the nature of YouTube, bro. And then he says I was all happy and smiley on the PlayStation. Now I'm all depressed and sad on the Xbox. Bruv, okay, if that's what you're taking away from it, that's what you're taking away from it. Anyway, bruv nation, I can't do this no more. Maybe there'll be a part 2. There's a lot of things he said which I haven't covered because an hour long, brother, fucking hour. Are you serious? What a fucking hour? Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's a video. He did a bit of rebuttal on yesterday's video. Maybe I'll talk about it, maybe I won't. There's always so much energy I can give someone like King Thrash, and he's already had quite a bit. So we'll leave it there. I'm going to go play a few games, like a few minutes at a time. You know, be the non-gamer I am, and hopefully live rent-free in your pathetic little mind a little bit more. I love it. All those tears.